Thank you for checking out this video for Heinrix. Now with the Lex update, I have him as an overseer. Since the changes to the game, you can make a very powerful frontline psyker combatant out of him, but then he would be pretty selfish as a damage dealer, and in this guide I made him into a support while still doing a lot of damage indirectly, just of how he supports the group. He is warrior overseer exemplar. For the leveling and abilities, you can check the description as always. What's of note here? Of note here is that I kept him in light armor and gave him a lot of agility and tried to even out his perception so he can be pretty high in the initiative order. You can always force his turn with officer, or you can use that trinket, the chrono on him, for him to go first and buff everyone up. In terms of important powers we took on him is pyromancy, enfeeble, then we warp speed everyone from the Raven, continue into pyromancy, and get this one as fast as possible, because if he goes first relatively early, he can give someone an extra turn with metabolic overcharge as well. And then in exemplar we continued with divination to get a group buff to dodge. And lastly, I think, I took inflame, because one of the main things he'll be doing is casting ignite on any melee frontliner, casting inflame, and then using orchestrate the flame through the Raven to make sure that each normal melee combatant in your group, like Kibela or Abelard or anyone else, can be technically a pyro combatant. So in that sense, he is much more efficient, I think, than a selfish solo pyromancer combatant, if he can make your whole group basically pyromancer combatants. So that's how I made him. And then the last skill, I took prescience just to have that last buff for intelligence, perception, and so on, but this one is more optional. If you don't want this one, you can always take Shield of the Emperor, in case that would be a priority in case you don't have it on a different unit. Or you can, for him to do more damage himself, you can take Firestorm. Yeah, but hopefully you like it. Basically the order of business is that he goes, because he has high agility, goes relatively quickly in the initiative order first, buffs everyone up, gives someone a fire dot, and then goes from here. Equipment here, we don't always need the chrono on him. The chrono can go on an officer, and that officer can give him that first turn. If I'm not running a chrono on him, I would use a warp surge brooch, for instance, so he can ignite multiple times on turn 1. Of course we have Eyes of Joyous here, probably the best spare light armor we can have. It gives him more toughness, more HP, that's pretty good. The Blood Drinker, and this is the other slot which is interesting with Bloody Pact and the shield, like the Maragon. The Maragon is particularly nice because it gives more damage against Xenos and demons. And he can actually like run around this way with the Bloody Pact and the shield. The Bloody Pact means he can generate even more AP on the first turn for Warp Surge Brooch to cast even more. In the other one I have Mysterious Silver here. Basically that means after he casts high level power, like say Biophysical Distortion, all his damage will be buffed another 34%. This item, the Adrenaline Injector, is pretty handy. Basically it means that even while using Bloody Pact. Eventually he will have get HP back. And otherwise we have things to enhance his burning kit, give him these very good boots. Oftentimes his momentum will be up in the first turn, which means he can use overcharge on the Raven and get 2 more AP points to cast even more with these boots. And yeah, the adrenaline injector means that if his HP drops lowish on the first turn with Bloody Pact, he will get some of it back. Since he doesn't have to move much in battle, it's basically he just stands there. We give him Carskin gauntlets to add to crit damage, because of course his dots can crit. Yeah, but that is the build. In terms of gameplay, and you see in the example, it's you buff everyone up, cast Orchestrated Flames, so your melee frontliners have the buff to do fire damage, and then Inflame to enhance the flame. You can metabolic overcharge on someone like your officer, or a secondary DPS for them to have an extra turn, and so on.